Hello and welcome. This video is the raw footage from my Twitch streams. I decided to make these available to anyone who wants to go back and watch the games from the beginning. If you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to join us on Sundays and Thursdays at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Twitch at the link in the description. Thank you and enjoy!
Hello. Hi. Hi. How is everybody? Oh, it's a day. I hope this. Can you all hear me now? My system is showing that you can. Yay! Well, it's a good thing I hadn't started the poem yet. I had been doing a quick recap of my day, but it's not that big of a deal, so we'll skip that since I've already done it, and, well, apparently the universe decided that nobody needed to hear it. Because, of course they did. It's my life. It's really not that interesting. Um, and in some cases that's a lie, but whatever. No, Will, it's actually not your fault. It's entirely mine. For whatever reason, my headphones weren't working. I had to unplug them and plug them back in. Fix this 99% of computer problems, don't you know? So, I did promise a poem. Hi, Granny! Welcome. It's great to see you. You made it in time for the poem today. So about the poems. A lot of you suggested some really good poems. The one that I wanted to read, My Mother Made a Meatloaf, is not in the public domain, so I can't use it. I'm having to do some research on the others. I believe Jabberwocky is, but I need to check. Um, and The Road Less Taken should be, but again, I want to check. But yeah, this was a new problem. I've never had a microphone problem before. It just suddenly happened now. But seeing as this whole day has been one computer problem after another, it's not really a surprise at this point. Um, Microsoft did an update yesterday, and Microsoft, your lovely legal virus that infects your computer, and you have to have it because it's what makes the computer run. However, uh, it also causes so many other problems when they send updates. And nowadays, you can't actually stop the updates. Um, but today's poem is actually going to be The Erlking. Um, the Erlking was written by Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. The original poem is, in fact, in German. So I'm not reading the original poem. I am reading a translation of the original poem. This has been a favorite of mine for a very long time. Of course, The Bells is my absolute favorite. This one is pretty close in there. I've got a whole collection of poems that are that I personally enjoy. Many of them are epics or sagas, so they tend to be on the longer side. This is actually shorter than The Bells, but it's not the shortest poem. It's still fairly long. Who rides there so late through the night dark and drear? The father it is, with his infant so dear. He holdeth the boy tightly clasped in his arms. He holdeth him safely, he keepeth him warm. My son, wherefore seekest thou thy face thus to hide? Look, father, the Erlking is close by our side. Dost see not the Erlking with crown and with train? My son, 'tis mist rising over the plain. O come thou, dear infant, O come thou with me. Full many a game I will play there with thee. O my strand, lovely flowers, their blossoms unfold. My mother shall grace thee with garments of gold. My father, dost thou not hear the words that the Erlking now breathes in mine ear? Be calm, dearest child, 'tis thy fancy deceives. 'Tis the sad wind that sighs through the withering leaves. Wilt go then, dear infant, wilt go with me there? My daughters shall tend thee with sisterly care. My daughters by night their glad festival keep. They dance thee, and rock thee, and sing thee to sleep. My father, and dost thou not see how the Erlking his daughters has brought here for me? My darling, I see it aright. 'Tis the aged grey willows deceiving thy sight. I love thee, I'm charmed by thy beauty, dear boy, and if thou unwilling, then force I'll employ. My father, he seizes me fast, for sorely the Earl King has hurt me at last. The father now gallops with terror half wild. He grasps in his arms the poor shuddering child. He reaches his courtyard with toil and with dread. The child in his arms finds he motionless, dead. Okay, I will admit I have a very drastically dark taste in poetry. Always have. Um, None of the poetry that I personally like is particularly happy. Um, which again, if you have a poem that is in the public domain that you do like, that is less than dreary, please do pop it in the stream chat and maybe it'll show up. I hope you all like that reading. Again, a little rough. That one's a slightly different translation than the one I am used to reading. Poetry Slam! Those are actually a lot of fun to go to if you haven't been to one. It is offbeat because it is poetry slams and you can get wild and amazing poetry. You can also get really terrible poetry. Like truly terrible. Who decided this was a good idea poetry? But there are also gems and pearls out there that are beautifully well written, and if you have the opportunity to go to a poetry slam, I highly recommend. Alright, so today is Genshin Impact Day. I have got it to load on my computer. It wouldn't earlier. I don't know if it was the computer problem or a Genshin Impact problem. I don't care at this point. That is a you problem, 4G. I'm pretty stinking sure that your computer needs new speakers, or your speaker needs new cables. It actually sounds like your speakers need new cables. Because I'm actually talking louder now than I was when I was reading my poem. So, if it's not coming through, it's your speaker problem. Alright, into Genshin Impact. We are going to follow the mainline quest again today. So we're going to be picking back up in Liyue. When we left, we had just taken some white snow, or paper snow, off of Ningguang's board, and found that the Fatui were doing research on the Sigil of Permission. And we decided to go and double check the information and verify if it was valid. So, that's where we are. And I've got it set up so that we just have to go over this little ridge to get to where we're going. Woohoo! So what you saw there is if you stand next to one of the statues of the Seven and your energy is depleted, you can actually regain your health. Alright. Ooh! Bamboo! All the bamboo. Alright. I hope we have enough power to take on the Fatui. I'm going to be highly disappointed if we don't. It's not going to be easy, but maybe. Missed.
There really were Fatui at the location written down on this piece of paper. And they look really mad at us, too.
How could you miss?
Let's move.
Let it rain.
Let's spark things up a little.
Eat roasted fry.
Yeah.
Steady as stone.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
I must collect myself. This one's well done. I must counterattack.
You're in for a little shock.
This one's well done. You need to hurry up.
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should.
Ah! There's a healer over there.
Breaking a sweat. No slacking off. How can this be?
I must leave no stone unturned.
Come a little close.
Windblade! Get him!
You're in for a little shock.
No excuse for slacking. This is trouble.
Come a little closer.
Healer down.
Leave it all to me.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little closer.
Steady as stone.
Alright. Last one. And of course,
You need to hurry up.
it's this guy.
Be gone!
You need to hurry up. This one's well done. You need to hurry up.
I'm a bit rusty.
Roasted fry.
Leave it all to me.
Wait, that guy's not dead yet?
You need to hurry up.
Fine.
This one's well done. So quiet.
Hey, Pika. Ah, boo.
No one escapes my sight.
You're in for a little shock.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Toxifying heat. You need to hurry up.
Hate these guys.
You need to hurry up. Roasted fry.
Leave it all to me.
I mean, it's just a matter of time, but...
You need to hurry up.
Oh, that was not what I wanted to do.
Oh no, I'm gonna ruin my gloves.
I am less worried about your gloves and more worried about the fact that we just dropped into the middle of this.
It was my honor to serve you.
This one.
Yeah, it's story enemies, unfortunately. Or I would be more than happy to have your help. really did not want to take all of them on at once.
Let's not waste time. Almost. This was well done.
Steady as
Getting
stone.
better at dodging.
Let's end this quickly.
What are you doing, Noelle? Stop!
It's time for a flash. Let's end this quickly. Frozen food.
If at first you don't succeed,
Run away!
Almost.
Come on!
leave it all to me. I am a disgrace to the knights.
Then maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
I mean, at this point, we probably need to just try because
Bet you can't keep up with
I'm not an Amber and Noelle, which aren't bad, but not great in this situation.
Let's end this quickly. Let's end this quickly. Let's not waste time.
Really need Kaya.
That's cheating.
Let's end this quickly. Almost.
No escape. Not so must keep training.
You're not going anywhere.
Well, this is
I
going
missed a spot. But they still need me.
incredibly well. Right, where's a cook pot? It's a village, there has to be one here somewhere. Not only do I need to make food, I need to make stuff for quests before.
A little dusty.
You just
give
have
it
to
a
log
spring
out while we're
cleaning.
doing the text portion. Is there seriously not a pot here anywhere? How are we in a village without a pot? We've got fire, lightning, or fire, pyro, electro, and cryo. And preferably one of the ones
I'll
that
catch
heals.
up.
Everybody. Let's see. Let's take Malika because she's pretty over the top. And I'll let you choose the other. Risley would probably be a good choice. Oh, this one's going to require...
Perfect spot for a duel of epic proportions.
Malika and one other. Probably for the group we have, with Cryo being a major player, as well as Pyro being a major player, Risley would probably be a good choice.
It was my honor to serve you.
Oh, apparently there's an award for being gored by a boar. That is not what I had received yet in either account. Yay, I now have the achievement bored to death. It's that kind of a day. Nope. I can't co-op in this one. Alright. Well, seeing as we need to level up the characters anyway, apparently. Weapons. Oh, good. We can.
It's nearly.
We're gonna go play in domains. Okay, we can try that. I'm up for that too. 2 seconds. Be right back. Alright. Where we need to go, I'll put a pin. We're headed there.
Full throttle!
That was a brilliant flip. Not sure that's what you intended to do, though.
No pain, no gain.
See if the enemies are even there. Yeah, they're there.
Let's move.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Have a load of this. Detoxifying heat. You need to hurry up.
Come a little closer.
Roasted fry.
These are my least favorite of the Fatui.
Cook this through.
Down. However, I want to give my characters food. Except you've already taken care of them. Alright, are there any others around here? Nope. Alright. Let's see if this worked. Problem is, I think these were actually part of the quest. Ha ha ha! Yay!
Is this an answer from this world?
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too. What are they for?
I think they're trying to reproduce the talisman, Paimon.
Paimon's seen this pattern before. But where?
You're holding one.
Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child?
It's not just a relic.
Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect.
That would be bad.
Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Maybe the paper's only a snippet of a much bigger plan.
And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
Alright, Baggy. Off to Dihua Marsh. Move this pin. It is in the middle of the zone that we have not opened. Brilliant. Let's go open the waypoint and then we'll teleport to that one. Thank you, Pika. By the way, much appreciated. I literally couldn't have done it without you. Hey, Corsa, thank you for following. Greatly appreciated. Somewhat. So, yes and no. This account is new. I started this account because many of the people who actually are my friends and family, and several of them follow this now, have heard me talk about this game for years because I do have a account that I've been playing forever. And I wanted to show them the storyline, so I started this so that they can see it. And thankfully I have Pika because I had forgotten how hard it was to play through this as a newbie player. So for yes, all intents and purposes, in this case, a brand new character because, and a brand new player because I've never played on PC before, so this is a new experience. I hope you're not too disappointed. What is this? And of course Amber is unavailable. Thank you. Ah, there's a more. That's not gonna work.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Gonna have to go up.
Someone needs assistance.
This is a great. There are traps everywhere.
Blink.
Who can I find who might amuse? You really know how to get me going.
Well, that's not helpful. Yeah.
If at first you don't succeed.
Let me amuse myself.
Leave it all to me.
Where the heck did she disappear to?
Someone needs assistance.
Blink. Boof.
Blink.
Boring. So.
Oh, maybe another day.
The more, the merrier.
Ah! You know what? I think I will choose to run away this time. Oh, looky. A puzzle that does not require that I defeat monsters.
Get ready for the gliding champion of Mondstadt.
There's one more? 3. That's nice.
Wow, these will come in handy.
Hmm.
Steady as stone.
Picked the wrong test subject.
I must leave no stone unturned. A little dusty.
Alright.
Best give it a spring
So that
cleaning.
one's down there. Yay. Into the ruins. Except I don't really want to take on the Ruin Guard. Not because I can't, but because I just really don't want to. You just want to show off, but sure. Come on in. We can wipe out a Ruin Guard. I can figure out how to get into those ruins. I know. And I do appreciate it. I am not intending to insult you. If it's
Steady
come
as
across that way,
stone.
my apologies.
As a dutiful maid would.
I am honestly in awe of your character's
Wonderful.
abilities. So I'm not even sure my standard ones are that good. This is what happens when you... On my other account, I
Leave
have
it all to me.
prioritized mostly just playing the storylines.
I'll catch up. Be gone.
So my characters aren't as high level as yours are, even on my standard account. My level 90s can't do anywhere near the job yours can.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Ah, I got these guys.
Bow to me.
Alright. There we go.
Someone needs assistance.
How many secrets does Liyue truly hold? More than you can imagine. Oh, traveler, it's you. The secrets I'm referring to are a set of inscriptions. This place we're in is called the Guili Assembly. According to Liyue folklore, it was once inhabited by people. In fact, it was rather prosperous. But for various reasons, the whole place was wiped out. All that remains now is the countless ruins scattered across the landscape. Some stories put it down to a conflict between the gods, other people say it was a war between humans, and some sources talk of sudden catastrophic natural disaster. Whatever the reason was, ruins are all that remains here now. The only ones who come here are hilichurls, the treasure hoarders, and masochistic scholars like me, who in spite of all the risk just can't resist the idea of how much research value these ruins have to offer. I mean, at least she admits that... In practice, though, scholars like me aren't actually cut out for this kind of work. I've hardly covered any ground yet, and I already need a rest. The actual ruin exploring seems to be more your area of expertise. What do you say? Fancy helping me out? I will, but not right now. Sure. Great, but I should give you an idea of what to look for. Yes, keep your eyes peeled for stone pillars and stone tablets. Given how ancient these ruins are, any text we can hope to find will be written on stone, not paper. After all, stone is the oldest and most durable medium for written communication. Still trying to figure out how to get into the underside of the ruins. Well, let's just head to Dewa Marsh. Let's go. That way. Oh! It's one of those. I will come back to it later.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago. Did you enjoy your visit to the Jade Chamber?
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Yes, and we took a sugar-coated slime as our offering.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
business people are always friendly when it suits their
Yeah,
interest.
her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh, so you also met with Keqing then? What did she have to say?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart, though they are both members of the Qixing. Although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
Both of those statements are true. She is both highly intelligent and highly ambitious.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her. Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Why, Mora, of course.
No surprises there.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
Now they're trying to reproduce the Sigil of Permission.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
So, is there anything we need to get for the rite of parting in Dihua Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? But why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingse Village has glaze lilies. Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No, those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the rite of parting, we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
I mean, I could do either. So you need me to sing?
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
I guess the question is, how many people really want to know?
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
I'll catch up.
Why do you keep trying to climb trees? Stop. Oh, I hit a boar. I didn't even see the boar.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready. Da 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 da.
bad. I mean, it's not amazing, but it's not bad.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Windblade! Let it rain!
Oh, this is going well.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up.
Come on. There. Is that how you're supposed to do it? Probably
Those
not.
weren't
That's how I did
glaze
it anyway.
lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
Those flowers put up quite a fight.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower. Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those petals be useful for the rite of parting?
Unfortunately,
That's so lame.
Excuse me. Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Oh, hey, it's... What's-her-face? Paimon can't remember.
It's Ganyu.
Hello, traveler. I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Yes, it was our fault for not
Oh,
asking.
I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu. She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
So that means...
Yes. Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7. The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, the Raiden Shogun is an interesting story. That one's going to be fun to get to.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old, whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing.
I thought the Hydro Archon was younger. Huh.
This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's rule from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
so what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden. As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say, as an Adeptus?
I am a mix of human and Qilin. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War. After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
Well, that explains the horns.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies? I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Wow, so you really know your stuff, too. Thanks, Gunyu.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the rite of parting are mostly finished. Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
Wow. See? Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
Alright. This is still one of the best views in Genshin. There's a lot, but this right here is still one of the best views. I also just happen to really love Liyue Harbor. Oh, what are the Fatui doing?
Huh? What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millelith and... the Fatui?
Ah, you're the consultant to Wengsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume. The Millelith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Jueyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely. I've heard that some members of the Qixing have already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet, but it's more like they're attempting to stall the Adepti outside the city.
That's...
However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon. If the two sides come to blows, Liyue Harbor will be in no position to stop them.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy that mortals and Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millelith must rein in the actions of the Fatui.
I mean...
Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Child's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
Looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Well, we can't just stand by and watch. We're doing something.
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance?
Is there a third option? I would like a third option.
Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng funeral parlor has also been caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng funeral parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword.
Not wrong.
So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Child.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole he must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
There's only one place he would be. Not sure where that is, though. I think it's the bank. I mean, that's where I expect him to be. No, he's not at the bank. He's where all the Mora is kept.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. I'll catch up.
I'm not sure mine are either,
Someone needs
in all
assistance.
honesty. We're gonna find out. I'm kind of fully expecting to get flattened. What level are all of my characters? 48, 49, 44, 40. I'm close. But not quite where I want to be. Also, what artifacts does everybody have? I don't need... That is a terrible option. What is this one? Feather of Homecoming. That might be the better option. Sojourner. Solution of the Sojourner. Exile, the instructor. I don't have the Sojourner's Cup. Vessel. Yeah. Yeah, that's as good as that's gonna get. Yes. Already did that one. This will be great for her when I've got more pieces of it. Instructor's Feather. Well, that's the Traveling Doctor. It's the Exile. That's Lucky Dog. There we are. Alright, let's look at what we've got on Lisa. Cryo damage bonus. I don't need cryo damage bonus. That's not helpful. Actually, that would be great to have on the Traveler. I can't wait to have better stuff. Alright. I don't think I'm taking him into this one, but as he's... call it good enough. Something close by. Reasonably close by. Let's head here. It's the Wangshang Funeral Parlor. Not the Wangshang Funeral Parlor. Wangshu Inn. Alright. There's a Seelie around here somewhere. Is that the Seelie that goes there?
Someone needs assistance. All in a day's work.
Okay. Yeah, he's a little lower. But once you go up, you can always go down.
Straight on in.
Got to repair those stairs quickly. Yes, agreed. What can I do for you? I was asked to give a package to you. This must be the package that a guest sent me. Why didn't Jin Kyung bring it up himself? Still had goods to pick up, did he? Heh, I bet he was just too lazy to go up and down the elevator. Really sorry, you're a guest of ours, and the stairs just had to be broken at this time. I'm finding a way to fix them as we speak. And to think that we made you take the trouble to bring this package up for me. Here, take this as a token of my appreciation. It's originally for Jian Guang, but as he made you deliver the package for him, the payment is yours by right. Well then, I must be going to get the preparation for the repairs going. Feel free to have a look around the inn. If there's anything you need, you can look for me at any time. Well, the private gyms are nice, but I was actually hoping for character experience. There's a monster camp down there. Character experience. I say that. It's another one that does not actually have... that's probably not going to go through the wall.
Bet
That would
you
be
can't
nice,
keep up with me.
but no.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Come a little closer.
Dig, hup.
Let's take care of you first.
You're in for a little.
Prepare to be blown away!
Steady as stone.
No escape!
Come a little closer.
Well, they got some character experience. Yay! Huh? Ha!
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Yeah, how's cleanup going from that storm, Ayana? I've heard from Granny, and 4G wasn't affected.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Well, not terribly anyway.
You're in for a little.
Windblade!
Hup, dig, hup.
You're in for a little shock.
I love being able to do that.
Leave it all to me. I'll catch up. Hup, dig.
Windblade!
Where's the Dendro dude?
I must leave no stone unturned.
You're in for a little shock.
Leave it all to me. As a dutiful maid would.
I know, my playstyle is more brute force than anything else. It's not the most elegant.
You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
another target tracked down by Outrider Amber. Bet you can't keep up with me.
I am enjoying playing with Amber on the PC. Did the boat survive? I'm glad you guys have got minimal damage. I've seen video from y'all's area. There's some really bad stuff down there. Yeah. Oh look, I can cook. Alright. Cook. Oof. Oh, I can make lots of jam. Oof. Well, here is hoping that nobody decides to run away. I can only cook one? Brilliant. Hey, Granny. I know you're new to this. Just as a precaution thing, when you are on something like a Twitch stream, you don't mention locations. Oh, yeah. I'll mark it on my map.
it rain. That's cheating. Yeah.
Into the water.
Yeah. You. Huh? He. Oh my.
Rescue helicopters and things are typically more interested in cities and such and less interested in town locations. Or, not towns, the undeveloped stuff. Actually... Hi, Midwest Indigo! Thank you for joining! I am gonna pull up my artifacts. And I am gonna raise some levels of my artifacts. That's not what I wanted to do. Details, that's what I want. Enhance. Alright. I selected materials. Just because I work faster than you do is not my fault. Got a bonus. Yay. We are just about to go to the Golden House for the first time. The Millilith are at odds with the Fatui. The Chising have gone to meet with the Adepti. And Zhongli is back with Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I'm leveling up my... Yeah. I'm leveling up my character's artifacts so that I have some chance of surviving the oncoming storm. Otherwise, it's not gonna go well. Never mind that these aren't great artifacts. couldn't you have done that to one of my purples? Yeah. Right now I've got a fairly decent balance for basics on them. Alright. Is there any others? Yeah, several. I should have done this already. They're all sitting at level 0, which is not... Seven. No, that's not what I want to do. Alright. Oh, well, that's it. There's nothing left to enhance with. Got it. I think we're close enough. We're gonna try. Yeah, it was a nice feather. I'm just hoping I've got enough power to get through it. It's not easy. With everybody being almost... level 47, and a couple being over, we should be good. This should work. Wish me luck?
Wow! This is the Golden House? It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora. This is where all of Teyvat's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
If it were that easy, this place would have been emptied long ago.
Oh,
Don't
so
touch.
It's a trap! Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here. But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right?
Don't get me into more trouble than you have to, Paimon, please.
Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Let's check the Exuvia first.
Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
Well, the Millelith has been knocked unconscious.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
It does. Like, the sets, the artwork, the whole thing's just absolutely amazing.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself.
Child.
But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Looks like I was in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort? Stopping the Mora Mints, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
You're not getting near the Exuvia.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing to do as the Tsaritsa deems fit. Either way, we now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you.
How far into the story are you, Midwest Indigo?
The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
Oh yes. Yes, he is.
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
I can't wait till I can get a screen cap of this and turn it into my desktop. Not gonna lie.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle. Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there? Fighting talk, I love it! Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with a Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. A fine opportunity. Cowering already?
Yes.
A clear shot.
Come a little closer.
Go.
So quick to flee. You're wide open.
I must leave no stone unturned. Someone needs assistance.
How unbecoming.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Here, here, here. Leave it all to me.
Celestial Voyager.
I'll catch up.
Food. What is this? That is gorgeous. Of course it was made by Escoffier. Giant farting whale.
How unbecoming. Cowering already? Poor time.
Come a little close.
How unbecoming. Celestial Voyager.
Ah!
Steady as stone.
Cowering already? You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
I'll race you there.
Raging Tide.
You're in for...
No use hiding back there.
No one escapes my sight.
You've got some skills.
Leave it all to me.
Sorry, I'm not ignoring the chat. I can't do it and this at the same time.
All you do is run.
Time to clean up.
Sweet.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive.
I want that
But
staff.
that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected! Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. Huh? I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Oh, this is gonna suck.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you! Yeah!
Ouch.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did
No.
you simply move faster?
That would have been nice, but it
Did you
didn't.
leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over, now! Don't make me take it from you!
We didn't take it!
Oof. Oh, I dived the wrong way.
I must leave no stone unturned. Yeah.
Windblade!
That is not what I told you to do, computer.
Die here.
Yeah, Noelle is one of my favorite characters. Especially if you can get her a good sword.
I'll catch up.
Come a little closer.
Barking whale.
Windblade!
Die here.
Leave it all to me.
You're in for a little
Dull mortal.
You got
Ah. This is why I made sure to do cooking. stand still. Now how am I supposed to hit him?
Die here.
You're cut
Steady as stone.
above.
Sweet.
Look! Child's back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through. And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Because I'm gradually restoring my former power.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity.
Is that even possible for you?
This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend, even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must look once again to the beginning. Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with. In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
The corpse was
Yes,
fake.
it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui Harbingers. Children must all learn to eat their vegetables sometime.
I really don't like you, child.
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyon's stone forest.
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Sen?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh.
Hey, those are sigils of permission.
It's a game. And honestly, I'm not sure it gets any better. However, it's not terrible either.
Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
You've been trying to duplicate them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
I wasn't planning on doing this tonight.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Paimon's exhausted. If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go. Did we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet, has it?
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millelith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle.
Which, I mean, fair.
Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary.
I actually don't mind Yao, although I admit I have never actually played with him. But his storyline doesn't bother me. It gets really interesting in some places. Zhongli is still my favorite, not gonna lie. I'm not sure what they could throw at me to change that.
So will the power of the Qixing, Millelith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
If if I'd realized we were going straight into this battle, I'd have played it. Oh boy.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Glacial Ballista!
The 3 Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not
Take out the
faced
healers,
a god
take out the
in
healers, take
several
out the
millennia.
healers.
Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Huh? Be gone! Huh. Yeah.
Do I have to keep this going for 5 minutes?
Let it rain!
Come a little closer.
I miscalculated. Of death.
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
Fudge.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward.
There's no
Every
stopping
last
the
one.
stupid god's power. Brilliant.
Surrendering.
The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
But they still need me.
Don't lose
Not right
heart.
now, we don't.
Here, take this.
This is Adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madam Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
It isn't time for break.
It's like science.
You're in for a little shock.
Yeah. Pretty much. Ah!
You've been a naughty boy.
With the blood of the Chilian, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
That's helpful.
Going too fast!
No, not fast enough, thank you.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Sweet. I love being overpowered.
As a good knight should. Let it rain. As a dutiful maid would.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Looks like I went too far. Let's end this quickly.
Come a little closer.
I guess.
This isn't good.
Ah! Just don't stop!
Try not to enjoy this too much.
Let it rain. Be gone. I'll catch up. Time to clean up.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
That's one way to stop a demon. Dropping a building on top of it.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations.
Always the consummate businesswoman.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
We're all on the same side here.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
When there's discord between Guardians and those that were meant to defend, harmony becomes very difficult to restore.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
That's what we learned in the City of Freedom.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
I mean, this game has been out for a long time, and the Traveler having a voice is a relatively recent thing.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there. When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be hard being an Adeptus. Aww.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter. Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
They've listened to what the people have said.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror of Demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
You can say that again.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death, too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless rite of parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's gone. Let's ask for him at Wangshem Funeral Parlor.
Alright. we're actually calling it for the night. It is much later than we normally go. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for those who joined us new tonight. I hope you had fun. We will be doing more playing again on Sunday. Probably domains so that we can level up the equipment. But yeah. Toodles, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. See you Sunday.